Today we've got a little bit more exciting news to share with you about Holland America's release for some of their Europe cruises in 2026. We are going to talk about the new pier that is going to go ahead and move forward in Juneau, Alaska. And finally, I'm going to tell you all about our day in Skagway and some information that I think you'll find handy, whether or not you're going to go to Skagway this year or next year or the following year. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips, and today is Wednesday. It is July 31st of 2024, but this video is going to go live for you on Thursday, August 1st. Alrighty, I'm a little bit behind as far as ahead of what I'm going to post, but behind of days where we've been. Today we were in Glacier Bay, so I'm just having Gordon insert a couple of photos here to show you what I am looking at out of our balcony sliding glass doors here while I talk to you. The scenery has been absolutely spectacular today. Friendly reminder that we have announced our Alaska 2026 group cruise. So that will be on the Star Princess sailing on June 21st of 2026. So send me an email at letsgotraveltips@gmail.com and I will get it and reply to you. Alrighty, we would love for everyone to come that wants to come, and I love the prospect of having you come with us. So let's talk for just a minute about Holland America and Juneau, and we'll get back to our Alaskan cruise and our experience here. So first of all, Holland America has released their 2026 Europe sailings for us all to know about. If you didn't catch my video yesterday, go back and listen to that. If you are interested in Holland America or some great itineraries that they've got. As I said yesterday, I really think that if you enjoy Princess, you're going to enjoy Holland America. If you enjoy Holland America, you're going to enjoy Princess. Alrighty, there are some subtle differences between the two. Like what stands out to me the most, like when I go on Holland America, I very much miss the piazza. But I am someone that really enjoys the piazza. I like to be there in the daytime. I like to be there in the evening, listening to the music and doing all the things. And on Holland America, they have like their rock room. They've got the little billboard place across. It's usually across on the ships I've been on with the dueling pianos, and then they've got like the BB Kings where they play jazz music. It's just different from how Princess does it. It's not bad, it's just different. So, but they have got some great itineraries. Princess has some great itineraries as well. So just wanted to make you aware of that. So listen to that for some information about some of the sailings that they've got for 2026. But I also wanted to let you know that in addition to them releasing it, here's some things I think you should be aware of. So they are going to have, the Oosterdam is going to be doing cruises from, well, overall, the European season there with Holland America, you can go on cruises ranging from 7 days clear up to 42 days. So they have got quite a variety of what is offered. And then the Oosterdam is going to be doing some of those 7 and 14 day itineraries. They're going to use during the season 5 different home ports. So they're going to do Lisbon, Athens there. They're going to do Civitavecchia there for Rome. They're going to do Trieste, which if you want to visit Venice is a really good option to cruise from. So Trieste requires a transfer ride, a bus ride, however you want to do it. But that's where the ship will sail from there in Italy. Where did I miss? Lisbon, Athens. Oh, Barcelona is the other one. Okay. In addition, they are going to have Northern European sailings on the Rotterdam and on the New Statendam. The Rotterdam is going to go back to Rotterdam as its home port there in the Netherlands, and then the New Statendam is going to home port in Dover, England. And so those are great jumping off points to go on cruises, like to see the Norwegian fjords. They're going to have more your Baltic cruises for Northern Europe there. They're also going to have an open jaw one that goes to Iceland. And so lots of options. Like I could even see flying over and doing a couple of different cruises as back-to-backs with Holland America, or go on one with Holland America, pick up what you want on Princess. There are a lot of amazing options to see everywhere that you want to go, and I think part of it depends on what you want to see and how you want to see it. Okay, but I just wanted to make you aware that they've got so much going on there. And then, like I said yesterday, I told you about their eclipse cruises, their solstice cruises, Their Northern Lights cruises. Princess has a really cool Northern Lights cruise. I was in the, which I've seen before, but I was in the Future Cruise office today, and a couple of our Let's Go family members who are with me were looking at, they've got a grand Northern Lights cruise going in late 2025. I can look it up and tell you the exact date, but so many options are coming out. Those Northern Lights cruises started off just as Northern Lights cruises, a little bit under the radar there, but since seeing the Northern Lights have become such a big deal, and 2026 is supposed to be such an active year for the Borealis, they say, that this is a really big deal, and they are really going out of their way to do a lot more voyages. On to Juneau, Alaska. So we've been talking about Juneau a lot in the news. If you listen to my sail-in, as we sailed into Juneau, I mentioned it the other day that you have a small segment of people, and they say it's small, who don't want cruise ships to come on Saturdays at all anymore. About half of the Saturdays are already cruise ship free, as they would call it in Juneau, and they want to make it that every Saturday is cruise ship day. So that's in the process of working itself out there in Juneau. But I mentioned that last year Norwegian had announced a partnership with the tribal people there in Juneau to develop another cruise pier, and apparently one person had filed a motion to not allow that to go forward. They have announced that that has been worked out, and they are moving forward with that. And so once that is all done, they are going to not only have like underground parking and bus access underground, but they're going to have restaurants and shops, as well as a really special welcome center. And I love that they are giving local Alaska businesses the opportunity, like first crack at having the chance to have their shop, their restaurant, their business there. So we'll hear more about that moving forward, and about everything that's going on in Juneau. And I'll keep you up to date whenever I hear anything. Now, we spent a most beautiful day there in Skagway, Alaska. I can tell you, I can highly recommend the excursion that Gordon and I had booked for yesterday, and then I had done it on my own in 2022 when I came without Gordon on Holland America. He was booked but not able to come, so I came, and it is a phenomenal excursion. It was spectacularly beautiful. The weather was very different in 2022 than it was yesterday, but it was absolutely beautiful either way, and I can highly recommend that. So Davidson Glacier, they take you on a canoe. When you're looking through the excursions, that's what you would look for to book something like that. There is really a very wide range of excursions available in Skagway. Skagway, to me, is spectacularly beautiful. I think that when you're on an Alaskan cruise, it is the most beautiful sail away. I would say the only thing that I think truly rivals it is sailing out of Whittier when you're heading south. It is really, really beautiful, but sailing from Skagway is beautiful. Sailing into Skagway is beautiful. We were actually up to watch that, and the city itself, the town itself, and all the surrounding area is beautiful. So once the excursion time was done, I'd forgotten my phone, so I had to go back to the ship and get that, and then we went back into and then went to the town. So here's everything you need to know. First of all, the situation with the rock slide there, they are still trying to work through that and make it so that it is safe for cruise ships to dock there and try to use that area as they had used it before. Now, when you think of that pier there, it's, here's like the pier, and then you've got the rock slide going on. Their very first berth there is the one that the Discovery Princess was docked at, and then right behind us was the Celebrity Edge. Now, so they have to figure out a way. It used to be that you would pull up there and you would just get off the ship and you could walk. They would have golf carts there to take guests who didn't want to walk quite as far, weren't able to, but you just would walk on the pier, no problem. But now you can no longer do that until they get this problem solved. And if you don't know when that rock slide took place, it was 2 years ago. So it's taking a while to get this fixed. So the guests who were on the Celebrity Edge actually took shuttles. The shuttles drove on the pier, but you just had to be at the far end of the pier. There was a place to get on the shuttle, and then they would shuttle you over to the gangway to get back on the ship. The guests who were on the Discovery Princess there actually had to take a tender water shuttle. The water shuttle ride was super short, and it like was less, maybe like 3 minutes. It was super quick. Once they were taking you around, it was really, really quick. The only thing that makes me feel bad about having to use a tender / water shuttle there is that there are some guests who cannot use the water shuttle or the tender because they're not mobile enough. So that's what I feel the worst about. So if you're in that situation, then you have to stay on the ship on Skagway Day. I haven't spoken with anyone that was in that situation, so hopefully we didn't have any, if we did, not many at all, that weren't able to use the water shuttle or the tender there. So it went really smoothly though. They were running them constantly, so you didn't have to wait a long time either getting off the ship or coming back from the shore to get a water shuttle. Really easy. When you come into Skagway there, you're either, and I should add that where they drop you off with the water shuttle, you just walk up the ramp and you are right at the end of the pier. And so it's very handy. Right when you get there, they've got people meeting the excursion groups, so you don't have to go a long ways. Once you get off, you just walk up that ramp, and they've got, like I said, the tour providers, and then also just like, maybe not even 100 yards. How far is that, love? To walk over to get, they've got a smart shuttle that will take you into Skagway if you don't want to walk. It's like a 10-15 minute walk. It's not a long ways. It's a quarter of a mile. Gordon said that, and I remember now there's a sign that says that. So it's not far at all. And so you can walk in. If you don't want to walk in, they've got their smart shuttle. And what the smart shuttle does in Skagway is it runs from right there where the ship is at the end of the pier, and then it takes you to Skagway. And it'll drop you off, like the first stop is right by where the Gold Rush National Historical Park Visitor Center is. They'll drop you there, but then it goes up Broadway, turns around and comes back down Broadway and drops off and picks up at several locations along Broadway. Then it goes back to the ships. It's like this continual, motion, circular route that they take, and there's more than one bus doing it. Although let me tell you, yesterday in port we had the Eurodome, the Koningsdam, the Sapphire Princess, the Discovery Princess, and the Celebrity Edge, and it was really busy. And so we just walked, and it was just fine. But if you want to do it, is $3 one way or $5 round trip. And so if you do have any trouble with mobility, use that. Just use that. You might have to wait in a line on a day that there's a lot of ships in port, but it works really easy. And you can even take it between locations there in Skagway. So if you're at one end of the street, you want to be at the far end of the street, you can take it down there and get off again, kind of like a hop on, hop off thing. But I did it once so that I could tell you about it. So that's a really good option. Otherwise, you can just walk in. I would say that in the town there in Skagway, there's a lot of shopping. There's a couple of places to get ice cream. Like they have a place that sells popcorn and caramel corn and candy. They've got the Red Onion Saloon where you can get like a hamburger, whatever drink you want. And then there's some other places. There's a curry place. I saw a brewing company that has, serves lunch, whatever it is you want. There's the Doughboy place that has elephant ears, we would call them in the Midwest, like the dough that's like flat, and then they deep fry it and put cinnamon and sugar and butter on it. It's very good. I didn't have one yesterday, but I did when I came without Gordon, I had one. So there are things to eat there. But I think that really, if you're going to hear about the history of the place, I would say book an excursion. Someone did the Legends and Liars? An excursion. Someone in our group told me about this. They said it was spectacular. Lots and lots of fun, as well as you learned a lot about the history. But then the Gold Rush National Historic park that they've got with the National Park Service right there. They have a really nice visitor center, and across the street from it is their bookshop that goes with it. So if you want like postcards or stickers or any pretty artwork or anything, you can buy it there. But they've got a nice video in the actual visitor center. You can get the little stamps for your National Park passport book. They do a really, really good job there of telling you the history. They've got rangers there, so they'll tell you about it. And I didn't think to find out yesterday, but I think they do walks about it. Another really important thing to talk about here, and so listen to me here. As you're coming into town, you will notice if you're walking along there on the left-hand side of the road, just as you're getting to where the town kind of starts there, is the White Pass Yukon Railway station, okay, where they sell tickets. They also have like a gift shop and like a little place to get snacks, coffee, drinks, whatever it is you want. But that's where you can buy tickets. But here's the important thing to know, because I went in and talked to the lady. She was so nice and talked to me for quite a few minutes, quite a bit there, telling me all about it. Because I wanted to know, I get the question a lot when I go to Skagway, is it cheaper to book my tickets with the cruise line? Would it be cheaper to book it directly with the actual railroad? Like, what should I be doing with this? So here's the thing to know. They run different train rides, of course, up and down the canyon, different excursions that go with that. And as a result of that, she said that sometimes there are times that the train will go during the day that they don't even have access to, that the cruise ships have, they fill them up during that time and away they go. She said that the other times that they will go, sometimes some of the guests on board will be from the cruise ship and what they have booked through the cruise ship. Some of them will be with what has been booked there in town by people coming. And if you want to book in advance, you can book in advance on the White Pass Yukon Railway website. So just Google it and go there. But when I have been, it's like some of the days that I have looked when we have been there on a cruise and we wanted to do the railway, there are no tickets available. And she said that that can happen, that they can actually sell out for a day, or you can pull into port and think you're going to come over there and book your tickets, and they will only have like a couple left. So the last, for example, they were going to have a train ride that was going to go at 4:30 up to Bennett Lake, and it was going to leave, like I said, at 4:30. It was going to get back at 6:40, but they only had 4 seats left. And so she said, if somebody comes in here and they want to go on that and their party's bigger than 4 or very many people come, we can't accommodate them. So she said, really the safe thing to do is either book very much in advance with them, or book it through the cruise line so that you're assured of going. Other interesting thing is, she's like, sometimes the cruise lines are a little cheaper than what we sell them for. Sometimes we're a little bit cheaper than what they sell them for. So after hearing all of that, I just decided that whenever we want to go on an excursion when we come to Alaska, if the cruise line offers it, I'm going to grab it with the cruise line, because I am sure that since it'll be booked through the cruise, if there's any delays like that mudslide was the other day, they're going to wait for us. I don't have to worry about that at all. And I'll be sure to get the tour that's listed on the cruise, their excursion website. And once I buy it, I know I get to go. I don't have to worry about timing or availability with anything else to do with the railroad's website. And that's what she actually recommended. She said that's actually the best way to do it. She says we have some people do it other ways, but a lot of times people will come in thinking they're going to buy tickets and they don't have any. So just wanted to put that out there. So let me know if you've got any questions about that, but I found it really helpful. Other than that, you just walk around the town there in Skagway. It's right up against the mountains there. The way that town is in this just spectacularly beautiful valley. And so the whole time that you're walking down the main street, there is just beautiful scenery to look at. We walk down this side street a little bit. But I would say do an excursion to get you out of town, or the other thing I would say is do a hike. If you're someone that can hike, I bought it so that I can share it with people who are kind enough to book a cruise with me, but I got the map of a bunch of the hikes. And so if you're thinking that you want to go to Skagway, they have a lot of beautiful hikes. There's like hikes going on. There's a really beautiful lake that you can hike to, a lot to see there. So I would say do something. Don't just come there and do the little shopping thing. If that's all you're going to do, though, it is a really pretty place to do it. You can, like I said, if you want to get something to eat, you can. That Red Onion Saloon has been there forever. And so that's kind of an historical place to go in and see if you want to. See the National Historic Park. Walk around town, get a souvenir if you want one. It's just a really nice place to visit. We had a really nice day between the excursion and going into town and everything. We really enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, today's the day. I keep telling you that, but today really is the day. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 25,000 subscribers like yesterday, so we'd love to have you with us, and I think you're really going to enjoy the amazing people that are here with us, and I do my best to keep you up to date with everything, especially with Princess. Most of all, it's my favorite. And hit that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thank you so very much. Alrighty, I told you I was going to forget something, and so the night before last, actually on Juneau Day, we were invited to the most traveled guest party, and so I just wanted to tell you that it was really special. They do such a lovely job. They invite the most traveled guests. There was two of the solo travelers who are in our Let's Go family that are in our group here. They were actually invited. They cruised so much more than Gordon and I have. I'm sure we were only invited because this ship is mostly full of people who, this is their first Princess cruise. And so that kind of skewed everything a little bit, but we were honored to be invited. You go, you get your picture with the captain, you get to visit with the captain for a minute, which the captain who is on the Discovery right now is the same captain who was on for our Eclipse cruise at the beginning of April. Was really special to get to talk with him. And so then you go sit down, they bring you some different hors d'oeuvres, a drink, and you have the chance to visit with other guests as well as other crew members. Yeah, it was a really, really nice experience. So I don't know that I'll ever be invited to that again. So that was really nice, and I really appreciate that we got to go. Now, last night for dinner, we did the 360. We ended up doing it with another couple in our group did it, and then a very nice gentleman in our group, solo cruiser there, did it with us, and it was a lot of fun. So you might remember, so listen to me on this. We did it on the Discovery when we were here in April. At that time, I said to you, you know, I think it was very nice, which it is, but maybe you only need to do it one time. It's $149 a person, so it's like, I don't know. But we did it again, and you want to know what? It was wonderful. It was really wonderful. I wasn't sure what it would be like the second time. I thought, well, I know I'll like the food, but you know what? It was really wonderful. You don't remember all of the little nuances about the presentation, and it was just really fun to do it again. The food is extraordinary. Had the pleasure of sitting by someone that knows his wine, and he said that it's excellent. The first welcome drink they give you, I think it would have to be to someone's taste to appreciate it. But then when they start bringing wine, especially the wine that is aged under the ocean, is just supposed to be superb. Everyone in the room thought it was superb. And so if you're someone that enjoys that, put this on your list of something to do. If you enjoy wine, you should try the 360 for sure. But the entire experience, it was really special from start to finish. And the people that you do it with also make it that much more special. So if you are going on a cruise and you're taking your family or you're going to celebrate something special, I think that 360 is a really nice option. I wouldn't do it with children. I should probably find out how old you need to be to do it. I know that like for Spellbound, you have to be at least 12 years old. And so it might be something similar. I'll find out and tell you. But I wouldn't pay that much for a child to do that. But it was absolutely wonderful. So like I said, put it on your list of things to do. If you did it once and you really enjoyed it, I think you would really enjoy it again. I can see Gordon and I doing it again when we're with other people, when we're in a group and other people want to do it. I absolutely would do it again in a heartbeat. So just wanted to share that with you. We had different crew members, of course, doing it this time because that was at the beginning of April, and the new ones that they had were absolutely wonderful, just like the other ones were. Really, really special experience. The food was superb as always in 360. So just thought I'd tell you all about that. So let me know if you've got questions about 360, about anything else I've talked about today, and I'm happy to answer. And it's been really nice to have you with me. I look forward to seeing you all here again tomorrow. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.